All right. Okay. Good afternoon. My name is Brian Salinas. Today I'm going to be meeting with you. I'm a social worker here. And first things first, I want to let you know that whatever happens during our meeting today, just confidential between you and me, and of course. Um, what is your name?
Hi, my name is Mina.
Nice to meet you, Mina.
Nice to meet you.
All right. It's my understanding that you recently got diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. Is this correct?
Yes, that is correct. And I did some research online, um, and I feel like there is something wrong with me, but I'm unsure what to do about it.
Okay, gotcha. Um, so it's good, but also not um too big of a issue. So what I'm thinking is I wanted to ask you, when you say you feel like something's wrong with you, what do you mean by that?
Yeah, so I feel like I am getting depressed, and feel like I'm getting symptoms related to that. I did go to a psychiatrist and got diagnosed. And they put me on a couple different medications, but I feel like it's hard for me to, um, it makes me feel worse using those medications.
Gotcha. And you said it makes you feel worse?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Um, so I'm assuming you're not taking medications right now because of that?
Um, well, I am, but I don't really want to
Gotcha.
because I feel worse from them. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Um, so in terms of treating the borderline personality disorder diagnosis, um, they usually, the psychiatrist will usually recommend a combination of medication management and um, DBT therapy. Um, what are your thoughts on exploring both of those? Because I know you mentioned the medications themselves, you're not really a big fan of.
Hmm.
Um, and that's totally fine. That's up to you. Medications are there the mainly there to serve lowering the impact of any symptoms that you might feel or experience during um, high episodes of borderline personality disorder symptoms. Um, whenever you're comfortable to keep continuing with that medication, um, that's a conversation you can have with the psychiatrist. Maybe a different combination will work better.
Hmm.
Um, maybe they'd have to lower or increase the dosage. That's a conversation for them. But I'm curious to ask, have you started any therapy that the psychiatrist may have referred you to?
Yeah, so I did start DBT. I've done group therapy that I go to once a week.
Okay, you go once a week. Gotcha. How long have you been doing that? Do you feel like it's been helping at all or not having an effect?
I've been doing it, and I still feel like there's a lot to explore there.
Hmm,
Um, but yeah, I think with the medication mainly, I've been feeling a lot worse from that. So I think that might just be something to explore with the psychiatrist.
gotcha. Yes, I think that's a great idea. Um, in terms of if the medication is having an effect on you, I think the best route is to explore with through them. Um, yes, so therapy, especially DBT, can be very challenging, but it's my understanding that it's one of the best evidence-based practices in terms for helping people develop coping skills and better management of their borderline personality symptoms. So I just encourage you to, keep trying with that as best as you can. Um, besides um, that counseling, like, professional counseling and therapy, is there anything else in your life that you feel like helps you out? Do you have any spiritual or cultural beliefs that also support you?
Um, I'm more spiritual than religious. I believe in karma and that kind of spiritual feeling more than God.
Okay, gotcha. Um, is this a spiritual practice that you feel um, has helped you out throughout your life?
Yeah, so I've done more holistic healing and I am interested in looking into meditation type
Okay,
related healing. Um, I don't really attend church or group practice or anything like that, so it's more just the holistic
gotcha.
type healing, yeah.
Okay, well, that's not a problem at all. I can definitely um, take some time to try to find um, other holistic treatment options that might be based in your community around you. If you'd like, I can definitely follow up with you next time and we can discuss um, what we can find that best aligns with that.
Yeah, that would be really good.
Awesome, sounds great. Um, if I can circle back to the DBT therapy, um, what do you hope to gain from that type of treatment?
I'm hoping to figure out how my borderline personality disorder is affecting me and hopefully that doesn't play into affecting my kids. I do have children, and I want to be a better mother for them.
Hmm.
So I want to uh, gain control over that.
Okay, gotcha. That is fantastic reasons. And I think that's definitely something that you can strengthen and develop through that therapy. You said you have kids. How many kids do you have?
I have two kids. One of them is 1 years old and the other one is 5 years old.
Oh, okay. Fantastic. That's awesome. Um, do you feel like in the past any symptoms or you had moments where you've impacted them in a negative way?
I've had moments where I've kind of felt angry and freaked out a little bit from their behavior. Um, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Um, Ever been a time where there's any lashing out or anything like that from you, partner, or anyone like that?
Um, not currently,
For sure. Just thought I'd ask. No worries. No worries.
but I have when I was younger
Hmm.
from I had to. leave my home because I was being physically, verbally abused.
Okay, are you safe now?
Huh?
Are you safe now, though?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
gotcha. Okay, that's good. Very happy to hear that you are safe from that situation before. And I'm sorry that you went through that in the past. That is very, very terrible. Do you feel like you might need extra support for addressing, past history of DV, domestic violence?
I'm not really ready to talk about that just yet.
Gotcha. No worries.
Um,
No worries.
but maybe when I'm a little bit more ready, I'll be ready to talk about that.
You got it. Okay. Sounds good. Just know, if you ever need to have that open up that discussion, this is a safe place to do it. Whenever you're comfortable for that. Um, do you have you ever had a history of self-harm?
I I have um I have sorry, my thing cut out. Okay, I have tried cutting and I have used like a cigarette to burn.
Okay.
But it was not for uh it wasn't to kill myself. It was just so that I could feel something.
Okay, gotcha. Are those behaviors and actions that you still do?
No, I don't. That was in the past.
Okay, gotcha. Um, since that was in the past, have you developed any kind of means or coping skills to um avoid that type of self-harm?
Um, I think the main way that I've coped is just knowing that my kids need me, and I don't want to I don't want to like leave them with a loss.
Gotcha. That is a very strong and important um ideal to live by. That's great. Okay. So I'm glad to hear there's not any recent self-harm. That's um an important aspect to always ask for someone that has been identified with borderline personality disorder. That is um a common symptom, symptomatic behavior for that. But, it's good to hear that you've been able to develop your own means to preventing that type of self-harm. So that is big props towards you. That's great. Um, are you are you in a relationship right now?
I am currently married to my husband of 6 years.
Hmm.
Um, and he's the one that works. I do not work right now.
Okay, gotcha. Um, I always ask, is there any issues at home like that? Because I know you in the past you've um, had very difficult experiences in relation with relationship partners. Is everything on good terms? Has there ever been any kind of interactions that might be of concern?
No, he's very supportive and he helps keep away the rest of my family. I'm not in contact with any of my other family.
Hmm.
So right now he is my only family that I am able to approach.
Gotcha. So he's a very important aspect of your support circle.
Yes.
Okay. So it's trying to get a good picture of your story here. It's you, your two kids, husband, and you are working your best to support them while also maintaining your own positive mental health, all like on your own, pretty much.
Yes.
Okay, well, I mean, you're doing an amazing job.
Thank
Um, so that is very difficult to do, especially a lot of people who don't have that family connection to rely back on. Um, some of them struggle to be able to strengthen their independence and their ability to thrive. But I'm very happy to hear that you've made amazing progress with that.
thank you. I appreciate that.
Of course, no problem. Um, in terms of current mental health, let's circle back to the diagnosis. Do you have any specific concerns about the diagnosis? Because I know you mentioned feeling like you thought something was wrong with you.
Hmm.
Um, is that still something you're struggling with while you're in the therapy and the counseling groups? That feeling?
Well, I've tried therapy before,
Hmm.
and that has not gone well.
Gotcha. Okay.
So there is a bit of skepticism
Hmm.
around it for me.
Can you tell me a bit about that? Why hasn't it gone well in the past?
I've gone to see a doctor who was doing therapy in the past,
Hmm.
and this was after I had my second child, and he had diagnosed me with ADHD, depression, and anxiety, and I felt very lost from that. And I thought I had postpartum depression, but no one was able to really say or do anything to help me during that time. So the last time I saw a therapist was like 3 months ago.
Okay, gotcha. Um, well, for that, just want you to know that I am here a resource to help you try to find a solid provider, PCP, psychiatrist, counselor, therapist. I'm a resource available to help you try to find a specialist that would be a good fit, you know. And if you ever feel like any of your providers or specialists that you're seeing aren't listening to you, that they're not quite understanding, you can always please feel free to let me know. I can always staff with them to advocate for what you're feeling. And if that's only if you're ever comfortable with that, just feel free to let me know.
Yes, I would like to start to try continuing therapy and hopefully move forward positively.
Okay, sounds good. So it looks like we are close to running out of time for this session. Um, Before we have to go, I wanted to ask a bit about um, what you do nowadays to regulate yourself when you're feeling stressed or when you feel things are starting to spiral. What keeps you grounded and what do you do to manage through that?
I like I like everything to just be my usual kind of routine day. Whenever I'm feeling stressed, I try to get back into my routine. Um, a being with my kids and watching TV with them and taking them to school and all that kind of thing. I like to clean my apartment and make food and run errands, just the basic stuff during the day.
Mhm.
Um, um, yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Before I go, is there anything about you that you feel like I should know or that you want me to keep in mind for working with you or that you would like to bring up next time?
Um, I am interested in continuing DBT group. I'm probably going to continue doing that. Um, and we are our family is looking for a new car. So maybe if you have some resources for that, that'd be great.
Gotcha. That's definitely a stressful situation right there. But um, I can definitely follow up with you for any resources in the community that might help out with that.
Okay,
All right, then. Again, thank you for meeting with me today. I will talk with you more next time.
absolutely. Thank you so much.
No problem. All right. Have a good one.
Bye.